Okay, so we want to do number 11 off the practice test, which is this thing about, wait, this is a word problem. What should I be doing?
Panicking.
Not panicking, preferably. So once I've had my deep breath and my like cleansing thought moment, what do I do?
Read it.
Read it? Okay, so it says, the height of a rocket is given by some gobbledygook, where t is the time in seconds. That was pretty easy to read.
Yeah.
Okay, then they want what's the maximum height and when does it hit the ground. Okay, cool. Oh, we might look at this thing and think to ourselves, what? This shit is a parabola. Right? I hope you recognize these because it will help. I know things about parabolas, right? So if this thing's a parabola, up or down?
Down, obviously.
You guys all see that? This is clearly down. So what I'm looking at is some kind of a upside down U-shaped thing. Cool. Why are you raising your hand still? What's that?
I've given up on that. Well, since it's actually a rocket, it actually has two stop points because a rocket doesn't start from infinite, goes all the way up, and then comes back down infinitely.
Do you guys see his? Yeah, he's also saying that this function's a little bit dorky, right? Really, I should draw the ground there someplace and stop it. That's what this question's going to be about, right? Okay, so how do I know about maximum heights if I know this shit is a parabola?
About the vertex.
Oh, that's just a question about the vertex, right? Okay, so what do I write? The vertex is yeah, so the vertex is where t equals negative, okay, what's b in that? 98 over twice
Negative 4.9.
negative 4.9. Again, this is one of those situations where you're like, dude, ick, right? Just bear with it for a second. What's twice 4.9? 9.8. So I've got negative 98 divided by negative 9.8.
It's 1.
It's 10.
Oh, yeah. It's 10.
Cool? Okay, so is that my vertex? The maximum height is 10? Yeah, you guys all see that? That's a t, so that thing is categorically a time, right? So when you see this 10 seconds, you should be thinking, or when you see this 10, you should be thinking 10 seconds. Right? I want to know about the height, so where do I put the 10 seconds? Yeah, into t in here. So I should get max height is at h, or is, I suppose. H equals
10. Well, sorry. Yeah, negative 4.9.
negative 4.9 times 10 squared plus 98 times 10 plus 2.
Right.
You guys cool with this? And then we could simplify and get a number, right? Should we do that?
Yeah.
For practice? Okay. So what's 10 squared? 100? So I've got negative 490 plus 980 plus 2 gives you 492. Because it's the end of a sentence. Do you guys see that? I really should write the beginning of the sentence again here. So that was maximum height is 492, and I should probably give meters. I think I dorked up when I wrote this problem and didn't write meters in it. So the maximum height is 492. How about when does it hit the ground? What do I do for that?
You can draw the parabola.
Yeah, I could draw this parabola. You guys all see that? And I'm wondering, when does it hit the ground? What's the ground if I draw this parabola? Yeah, it's the t-axis, right? The thing that's playing the role of the x-axis. So how do I find where it hits the t-axis? Yeah, I should set the y-coordinate equal to 0, right? So I'm wondering, when is 0 equal to that thing? You guys see that? I just have to solve this somehow. So you could quadratic formula, you could complete the square, you could try to factor. Which of those are kind of, complete the square is probably super messy, right? Why is complete the square messy? Okay, see that? First I have to divide by 4.9 though.
Yeah.
Which is going to make this, actually this piece will be fine, right? But that piece will get awkward. I maybe wouldn't recommend that. Factor would be really strange, right? You'd be looking for two things that multiply to minus 9.8 and add to 98. I could maybe do that, but it's really weird. I'm used to doing that with like whole numbers. Okay, so maybe I'll ignore that. So where do I cram this?
Quadratic formula.
Yeah, let's shove it in the quadratic formula. So what are your A, B, and C here? Negative 4.9. B is 98, and C is 2. Okay, so then what? Collectively cram this stuff in the quadratic formula? Sure. Okay, so what equals negative something plus or minus the square root something squared minus 4ac? You guys want to take a second, fill in the blanks? Yeah? Okay, take a second, fill in the blanks. So let's finish off our quadratic formula. So what was our variable? Okay, so t is, okay, so you had a 98 in here. Uh-oh. 98 in there. 4 times negative 4.9 and 2. And on the bottom, negative 4.9. Okay, so let's see. So far I'm looking at t is negative 98 plus or minus the square root something over, what's the bottom?
Negative 9.8.
Negative 9.8. Okay, what do you get in this thing? What goes in your square root?
9604.
98 squared is 9604
Plus
plus
39.2.
39.2. Is that what everybody got?
Yeah.
Okay, then what?
Then add
Okay, so I'm looking to add under the grouping symbol, right? So I get t is negative 98 plus or minus the square root
96,
9643.2, seem good? Over negative 9.8. So what's the square root of 9643.2? Something horrible? Okay, so here we should be doing t is approximately, right? We've got negative 98 plus or minus 98.2 over minus 9.8. Guys see that? One of these doesn't make a heck of a lot of sense. Which one is it? Yeah, one of them's negative, right? No? Okay. Forget it. So I've got t is approximately negative 98 plus 98.2 divided by negative 9.8. Right? And t is, really, or t is approximately negative 98 minus 98.2 over negative 9.8. Right? Okay, what are the tops? So t is approximately 0.2 over negative 9.8. This is positive or negative? Negative? The heck does negative mean in terms of time? Seconds ago, maybe? T was time in seconds after launch or something, right? Does time before launch have a meaning in terms of this rocket?
No.
Not really. Okay, so I can drop this one. The other one, I get t is approximately negative 196.2.
over negative.
Right, almost 200, because I have almost negative 100 minus another 100 over my negative 9.8. Gives me something like t is approximately 20. You guys see that? Okay, so what's up?
Never mind. I just answered my own question.
Okay, so I had t was some little negative number, or t was positive 20. T is about positive 20, makes sense in terms of this rocket deal, right? Yeah. So it hits at approximately 20 seconds. I know I keep putting periods. Cool?
This is the sentence.
Yeah, I put a period for the sentence, and then I put another one after the box. Cool? Questions on this? That process make a little sense? The approximating is kind of a weird thing, right? But it happens sometimes in these word problems, and in real life, it happens. The numbers you get they don't fit nicely in the quadratic formula, so you have to do a little approximating at the end. It should be noted that rounding to the nearest integer might not be appropriate for rocket application. Okay. Cool?